At Mamelodi Sundowns, they said Safo Embu was a drunkard, a player with attitude problems. At Sekhukhune, they said the same thing again, a player with talent but no discipline. But at Orlando Pirates, they saw something completely different. They saw a star with unbelievable skill who didn't need rejection, he needed love, care, and guidance. And at Bafana Bafana, coach Hugo Broos saw a player too good to be ignored, a player who only needed encouragement, belief, and support. Today, the same Safo Embu that many people had written off is now on everyone's lips, week after week, proving that sometimes, what a flower needs isn't more rain, it just needs a little sunshine. This is the untold story of Safo Embu, the boy from Bethlehem who turned pain into purpose and doubt into destiny. Sepho Mbuule was born on the 22nd of March 1998 in Bethlehem, a small town tucked deep in South Africa's Free State province. Bethlehem is a quiet town surrounded by dusty streets, rolling hills, and hardworking people. It is the kind of place where everyone knows each other and dreams often feel too big for the size of the town. But even as a child, Sepho was different. While other kids chased fun, Sepho chased footballs. While others gave up, he trained harder and harder. Friends remember a skinny boy with fast feet and a smile that hid a fierce determination. He grew up in a humble home, not much money, not much fame, but overflowing with passion. That small town would become the first stage for one of South Africa's most talked about footballers. Sepho's childhood was defined by two things, football and focus. He attended local schools around Bethlehem, where teachers often said, when Sepho had a ball, you couldn't separate him from it. He played barefoot on gravel grounds, kicking old plastic bottles and rolled up socks before he ever touched a proper football. His dream was simple, to wear a professional jersey and make his family proud. That dream started shaping when he joined the Harmony Sports Academy, one of the most respected football academies in the Free State. At Harmony, coaches immediately spotted his natural vision, control, and creativity. He wasn't the tallest, but his brain worked faster than most players on the pitch. That's where the nickname, Master Chef, was born, for the way he could cook magic in the midfield. After shining at Harmony Academy, his talent couldn't be hidden any longer. Scouts from SuperSport United came calling, and in 2017 Safo Mbuule made his professional debut in the Premier Soccer League at only 19 years old. Before we proceed, we kindly ask for your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Your engagement helps us to grow and continue providing valuable content. Thank you. At SuperSport United he became known for his slick touches, clever passes, and calmness on the ball. He wasn't afraid to take risks, and his confidence made him stand out. In just a few years, he made over 80 appearances, scored beautiful goals, and became one of the most exciting young midfielders in the country. But success comes with challenges, and this is where the story takes a turn. As Sepho's fame grew, so did the pressure. When he joined Mamelodi Sundowns in 2022, many expected him to dominate. But things didn't go as planned. Reports began circulating, rumors of attitude problems and claims of poor discipline. People whispered that Safo Mbuule was lazy, a drunkard, and wasting his talent. At Sundowns, they said he had problems. Then, when he moved to Sekhukhune United on loan, the same story followed him, a drunkard with attitude problems. But here's the truth that most people ignore. Behind every story of struggle is a story of pain. Sometimes, when life moves too fast, young players lose balance. Fame, money, pressure, it's not easy. And Sepho was just a young man trying to figure out life in the spotlight. Then came Orlando Pirates, a team with history, passion, and a fanbase that believes in second chances. When Pirates looked at Sepho, they didn't see a drunkard, they saw a diamond. They saw a star that only needed love, care, and guidance. And suddenly, everything began to change. Pirates management believed in him, his teammates encouraged him, and the fans welcomed him with open arms. The black and white jersey became his new beginning. He started training harder, his smile returned, and his performances began to improve week after week. Soon, Safo Embu became one of the players on everyone's lips again, this time for the right reasons. Coach Hugo Broos of Bafana Bafana saw what others had missed. He said, "Here's a player too talented to be ignored, a player with extraordinary skill and ball control who just needs counseling, encouragement, psychology, and care." Broos didn't give up on him. He called him up, gave him minutes, and reminded him that greatness doesn't disappear, it just needs a little polishing. That's exactly what Sepho did. He started showing maturity on the pitch, vision, confidence, and hunger that impressed fans and critics alike. Today, even Hugo Broos and his assistant Kwadu praise him, saying they love the player he's becoming. All Sepho ever needed was love and care. Let's talk about Safo Embu, the man, not just the player. At Mamelodi Sundowns, Sepho was reportedly earning around 350,000 rand per month, one of the best-paid young midfielders in the league. After his move to Orlando Pirates, the club didn't release the exact figure, but experts estimate his salary remains in the top tier of the PSL, between 250,000 and 400,000 rand monthly. That's serious money, and it shows the value Pirates believe he brings. While he doesn't flaunt a flashy lifestyle, insiders say he enjoys driving his Polo GTI and lives comfortably, and focuses on rebuilding himself rather than showing off. What makes Sepho's story powerful isn't just his skill, it's his comeback. He faced criticism, rejection, and even public humiliation. But he stood up, he chose to fight back, to learn, and to listen. He went from being labeled a problem to becoming a solution on the pitch. From being benched to being trusted again. From headlines filled with rumors to headlines filled with praise. His journey is a reminder that no one is beyond redemption. Sometimes, the strongest players are not those who never fall, but those who fall, learn, and rise again. At Orlando Pirates, Safo Embu has found a home. He is surrounded by teammates who respect his skill, coaches who believe in his potential, and fans who adore his flair. He isn't just another signing, he is a statement that Orlando Pirates believe in revival, in second chances, and in redemption stories. Week after week, Embule's consistency grows. His passes are sharper, his confidence brighter, and his impact undeniable. If he stays focused, if he keeps his head clear and his heart hungry, Sepho could easily become one of the greatest midfielders South Africa has produced in years. Sepho's story teaches us something about life. It shows that sometimes, when the world turns its back on you, what you really need isn't punishment, it's understanding. It shows that love and guidance can unlock potential far more than judgment and criticism ever could. It proves that a so-called problem player can become a people's player when surrounded by care, and that every young boy from a small town, barefoot on dusty grounds, deserves a chance to rise. They said he was finished. They said he was lost. But today, Safo Embu is found, not by luck, but by love, not by wealth, but by willpower. From Bethlehem's gravel streets to the roaring stands of Orlando Pirates, Safo Embu has written a new chapter, a chapter of growth, grace, and greatness. So next time you see him on the pitch, remember this, he's not just playing football. He's playing his redemption story. If you enjoyed this story, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more real football stories just like this one. Drop a comment below. Do you believe Safo Embu can become one of the best midfielders in Africa? Thank you for watching, and remember, every fallen star can rise again if it's given the right light.